Some say it's an enlightening natural medicine, others say it's a hallucinogenic drug that gives you the scuts for days, and loads of hipsters who go to the Burning Man festival say you haven't lived until you've tried it. So what is ayahuasca and how does it work? Well, to enlighten us and tell us more, we're joined by Géke from the Sacred Voyage website and retreat over in the Netherlands. Géke, you're very welcome to Spin Talk. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Nice to talk to you.
I had never heard of ayahuasca before this week, Géke, so if you wouldn't mind explaining what it is.
Okay. Yeah, well, there have been written books about it and made films about it, so it's really hard to explain in just a few words, but I will try. Ayahuasca is a medicine plant, so some people call it a drug, but we really call it a medicine. And it's used for healing purposes for over thousands of years. It comes from South America, the Amazon, where the shamans have worked with it for over thousands of years. And it's a combination of two plants, and you make a brew of it, some kind of a tea. And when you drink it, you are coming in different states of consciousness. It brings you to other layers of your consciousness. And in those layers, it does her healing work. So it's really a medicine that can help you and has helped a lot of people who have suffered from depression or anxiety or feeling disconnected from their essence. So yeah, that's in a nutshell what ayahuasca is. You can also call it a sacrament. It connects you with something sacred, with something that's higher than just the personal you. And it's we at the Sacred Voyage always say it helps you to make an inner voyage. So with a lot of drugs, you go out and you just go out of yourself, and the ayahuasca really helps you to go inside and really get to know yourself and what you're about, who you really are, what your purpose is in life. All really big words, but that's what she does.
Well, that's the thing is, Géke, like a lot of people have found it like life-changing experience at the same time. But before you get into that, a different state of consciousness, your body does purge and you are put through the ringer before you kind of reach that higher state. So just talk to us about the ringers that you do go through.
Yeah, and not every time it does. When people come to us, some people purge a lot and some people don't purge at all, but it's not a walk in the park and it's not a piece of cake. Because for a lot of people, when they drink the ayahuasca and do ceremonies, what's really hard is that you have to give up control. Yeah, we always say like the ayahuasca takes over and you really have to surrender into the process. And that's in the beginning for most of people really hard, because something is happening to your system, to your body. You can feel nauseous, you can feel disorientated, you can feel confused, you can feel scared, and the moment you start resisting that, and a lot of people do because that's our natural way when something like that happens, you get scared, you want to get away, you get nauseous, you want it to stop. When you start resisting that, then you can have a really tough voyage. But what we do in our setting is that we really try to guide people in surrendering to the process. So when you feel nauseous, just let it be. When you have to purge. When you're scared, try to meet your anxiety instead of getting away from it. And then when you get through that, then the healing happens. But it's part of it. I think when it would be a really easy thing to do this, also maybe a bit dangerous, because you don't have to. It's really important that you do a ceremony when you're really ready for it and that you don't take it lightly.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Géke. It sounds like my worst nightmare. I don't like giving up control, so I don't think I would enjoy the voyage at all. But I suppose it's not something that people take on lightly. Do you have a lot of people maybe travelling to your centre who aren't prepared for what they're about to experience?
No, almost never, because we work with a really specific and also, I think, really unique setting, is that we always have a preparation day. So when we have a weekend or 3-day retreat or more day retreat, we always have a day of preparation with the whole group. We have all these blockages in our system, and what the ayahuasca does, she wants to help you clear of those blockages. And in the preparation day, we do all kinds of body work that already help you with that. so that your system is more open for the ayahuasca. But we also ask them to fill in an intake form, so we really know if someone says, yeah, I just want to come and just want to see what it's like, it would be fun, then we say, well, don't come, because
Right.
this is not the setting for you.
Géke, for anyone that has prepared themselves, when they then
Mm-hmm.
experience the ayahuasca, what sort of experiences have they told you and other members of your retreat in the Sacred Voyage? Because it's obviously a very personal one, but at the same time, they are really going into aspects of their consciousness that they've probably never experienced before. So what sort of stories have they come back and how much has it changed them?
Every voyage is different. So, but the most common thing that people say afterwards is that they really feel connected again, connected with their own hearts, connected with people around them. They come back, and most of the time we say to people, don't try to convince people to go and do the ayahuasca, just go back home and see how people react to you. And a lot of people, they tell afterwards, because we always ask for feedback, they say, I got home and then my wife said to me, my God, what happened to you? I'm so much more open. I'm so much more connected. I'm so much more feeling love and be able to love others. It's really about opening up. And sometimes, of course, we also hear stories of really profound changes, like people who, I had this guy, I think he was from Denmark, and he went back home and he quit his job and he started working for Greenpeace. And you have people who quit their jobs and just really start doing what they've always been doing, but were always afraid to do. You have those big stories, but you also have this really subtle changes in people that they really feel. Maybe they've been dependent on alcohol for years, and after the ayahuasca, they don't feel like drinking alcohol anymore.
Well, I suppose you're
Or
looking
don't take,
you're looking very much internally, and you're kind of looking at yourself and probably
yes.
all the bad parts of your personality may manifest themselves. I know from someone who has done it, that's what happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
But just as a matter of interest,
Mm-hmm.
can people have bad experiences so much so that you're actually worried for their health? And I don't know if there's any side effects off the back of coming out of the ayahuasca.
Sometimes, but it almost never happens because we have such a strict screening. When you are like people who have a tendency of becoming psychotic, but then you shouldn't take the ayahuasca because then you can become psychotic. But that's only when before you also had a tendency towards that. So those people, we say, don't come and take the ayahuasca. It's not a quick fix, like I said at the beginning, it's not to take lightly. It's not a quick fix. It's not like you go in and then, she shows you and then, I'm just all happy and for the rest of my life again. It's really a journey inwards, and that can be really confronting.
How many times have you done it?
I don't know. I think about 14, 15 times.
You
Something
sound
like that.
pretty chilled. You sound pretty happy, Géke.
I am really happy. Yeah, the ayahuasca took me to this path, and I'm just doing the work I really, really love.
It's been
and
very interesting speaking to you. It is very fascinating, and if people want to check out more, have a look on your website, The Sacred Voyage. But as you said, it's not something to be taken lightly. Géke, thank you very much for your time on Spin Talk today.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you very much.